Wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Dreaded D-Rose report. Hey, WWE website's got a new poll up asking fans what was the most destructive moment on last night's Raw. Well, was it Brock Lesnar's F5 with Mark Henry? Was it Seth Rollins' somersault punches, to the Wyatt family? Christian's attack on Sheamus, or Cesaro's neutralizer to Big E, or Triple H's pedigree to Daniel Bryan? Over 6,000 votes. Lesnar's F5, which should be, got 47%, about half the votes. Next closest was Triple H with 24. Zack Ryder noted that he's going to be appearing on an upcoming episode on the Travel Channel, Toy Hunter. No, I'm not familiar with that. All right, there was some concern online. I don't know whether you noticed that or not, that at one point, one of the monitors old Brock Lesnar threw into the wrestling ring during last night's Raw flew out the other side and hit a fan in the crowd. Well, there was even a photo going around on social media of a woman who reportedly was hit with the monitor with her son, but don't know whether it's really true or not, but whether it's a legitimate photo. Anyway, heard from a few fans that was in attendance there who noted that the monitor didn't appear to hit anybody or bounce into the crowd, but it looked like nobody was hurt by it. Somebody trying to get a paycheck, huh? All right, hey, WWE's got enough people getting a paycheck. I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, CM Punk was not at last night's Raw and was not in the script when they went on the air. Well, anyway, one person in WWE Creative said that Friday that Punk wasn't even discussed, but didn't rule out a surprise return. Most people in WWE didn't know, Punk would, not be appearing for sure till Monday afternoon. There was never even a script that included Punk in any way beyond just a few mentions, that were made. There were going to be other mentions, but by who we don't know. But they were nixed in the script later, so nobody really said anything except the crowd. Last night's Raw opened the same way, or opened the way it did, with the WWE officials. Felt like if they ignored the Punk situation, the chance would just get more powerful as the show went on. They don't know that the crowd actually gets kind of tired after a while, especially after a 3-hour show. You get tired of a chant. Anyway, the feeling is that if they addressed it at the start of the show, the crowd would kind of settle down some. Former WWE and TNA star Lisa Marie Vaughan, she was in attendance at last night's Raw. She hosted a party bus to the arena from her Squared Circle restaurant. The Widow's Peak. Remember her? Yeah. Anyway, the reason WWE doing live episodes of Main Event tonight, by the way, if you got the network, Main Event's going to be live on the network and also on TV. Possibly through WrestleMania 30 is to test the network streaming live events. Because they don't want to wait till WrestleMania. You got a few, like 1 million people sucking that signal right out of the internet. So they want to, test the network, see how it does with live streaming. There's continues to be major concern within WWE over how WrestleMania was streamed. With so many people watching. And the new filing with the SEC, WWE reveals that currently they have 133 talents on their main roster and in developmental. And WWE also has 762 corporate employees. Rounds out awful close to 1,000 people, 900 and something. TNA has issued and released the new Samoa Joe and Lockdown t-shirts. Got any extra money? And as noted, Japanese star Sonata won the TNA X Division title this past weekend and will be coming to TNA for several months now. And the idea behind TNA bringing the Sonata in is they'll bring back some of the old school wrestling, high flying, X Division matches to the company, which used to be always good. That's kind of their mainstay for a long time. And noted, WWE will air Main Event live as it happens, like I say, on the network tonight, 7 o'clock, by the way. And this is unconfirmed. There's talk that the Main Event will be live, like the same article through WrestleMania 30. WWE's contract with Ion reportedly expires April 2nd, and as of a few weeks ago, it was not looking to the deal would be renewed. And there was even been talk of having the main event be a WWE Network exclusive. I don't know whether they were making any money off of that being on TV, but if they were making a dime, I'd save it. Get on Ion's network again. WWE's latest 30 Years of WrestleMania podcast is now online, and it features Renee Young talking to Bret Hart. Zack Ryder noted on Twitter that he's been trying to bulk up since September in hopes to get in hopes to be at maybe a 225 pounds by WrestleMania 30. Ryder also is bringing back his single leg tights at WrestleMania. I don't care what he wears, as long as he wears something. And WWE diva AJ Lee has officially passed Eve Torres as on the list of combined days as a champion. Eve had the title for 260 days over 3 reigns, and AJ now has had it 261 with 1 reign. Unless she loses the title at tonight's SmackDown taping, AJ will beat Maurice. Her reign was 265 days over 2 reigns. Over 2 reigns. Former WCW, remember old Vampiro advertised for an event in Mexico this past weekend, but tells F4WOnline.com that he isn't done with pro wrestling. He was never even contacted about the show. Or that he said that he is done with pro wrestling and he was never contacted about the show. So don't expect him there, I guess, what he's saying. And we hope to have a little bit more details about the creative decision behind last night's Paul Heyman opener, but the early word is that Heyman changed the promo some from what the original plan was. It was like, it wasn't like Heyman went into business on him for himself, though. But he had the outline, the guidelines to go by, but what he said was reportedly a bit different from what it was originally planned. Jim Ross tweeted the following after the announcers on Raw took a few shots at him during commentary last night. He says, "Don't take your venom out on Layfield and Cole or Lawler. They're just doing their job and following orders that come in through their headsets." And tonight's WWE taping will take place at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. And scheduled for the main event at 7 o'clock now on Network Live is New Age Outlaws taking on the Usos and the title on the line. And Kane and Daniel Bryan going to be there. Both Batista and Big Show will be in action on SmackDown. I'm going to check out all that. And Trivia 2008. The WWE Cruiserweight title is officially retired, having not appeared on WWE programming for over 6 months. Might as well get rid of it. Or give it to Hornswoggle. Birthdays. Happy birthday to WCW Cruiserweight Hardcore and Tag Team Champion Crowbar, or Devin Storm, 40 years old. Current WWE referee Scott Armstrong, 55. OVW owner, the Nightmare Danny Davis, 62. And two-time TNA Knockout Tag Team Champion Sarita, 35. And on this day in 2010, the wrestling world lost WCW Hall of Famer Angelo Poffo, age 84. And who is his sons? You know who they are. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.